70个国家的300名的宾客。那么 Nikki 现在就要去准备一下，去把这个第一个部分、第一个展厅的开场来说一下。So why don't you get ready for the first opening of this real gallery?
A lot of media waiting.
Yes. Go ahead. 那么其实除了在场的这300个各个媒体，包括我们未来汽车的粉丝和朋友之外呢，我们在北京、上海、广州，还有在成都都有一些分会场。这4个分会场有数千名未来的好朋友们也都在同时观看这个直播，跟大家先说声好啊。同时，除了这个分会场之外呢，我们还有在斗鱼、在新浪、网易、小米、优酷、爱奇艺的各个直播平台上面都有数以百万甚至千万计的粉丝现在都在观看。大家谢谢。那么还有一个要提醒的是，如果你现在下载未来汽车的 App 未来 App 的话，你将有可能得到一个非常这个丰富的礼品。我们有包括像是我想想啊，有商务背包，有充电宝，还有像自拍神器，各种各样的这个礼品将会送给你。所以我非常建议大家下载未来汽车全新的 App 来收看这一次直播。好，那我们赶紧进入第一个展厅了。那第一个展厅事实上是我们来让摄影师 ，Can you pan over there, please？ 其实第一个展厅非常像是一个客厅，这也非常符合未来汽车的一个理念。未来汽车经常说的是，在问好了。其实这个客厅非常像未来的一个理念，它就是一个创造一种愉悦的生活方式。那么，其实汽车也可以像是一个家，一个地方。我们来看看 Nikki 现在在干什么。Let's take a look at what Nikki's doing.
Founder of NextEV has invited me along to host today. Now, obviously, we're here in the world-famous Saatchi Gallery. It's where so many artists' careers have started. You know, we've had the likes of Damien Hirst, Andy Warhol. This is where they begun. Well, something else is going to begin here today, and that is the launch of a very exciting brand and a show-stopping new supercar. And it really is going to transform.
Welcome. Can I get a mic there? So, tell us a bit.
I won't be allowed to do this. I have to get permission from Beijing.
Okay.
I'm getting to, they just won't allow it.
No
But I
problem.
can phone them and get permission.
Yes. Definitely. Thank you. Make yourself comfortable. 那么我们想要跟一些宾客去聊聊，看他们对这个整个客厅的这个感觉怎么样。我们来先看看，好，我们来看看这一位啊。喂 ，Hello， 嗨，你好，跟我们讲讲你是谁？你今天来的这个主要目的是什么？
我是那个来自中国的一个艺术家，然后呢就是 Saatchi Gallery， 他也是对周赫赫，对，大家好。然后呢，我觉得非常荣幸能够这次邀请我来到这个 Saatchi Gallery， 因为 Saatchi Gallery 在那个中国也是比较有名的一个画廊，它是比较前卫的一个画廊。然后呢，我觉得非常有意思的是这个汽车品牌能够和画廊合作，在这里发布，就是说它的那个有一定的学术性，在我看来，我觉得有一定的学术性，然后感觉它有一些很万象的感觉，就是怎么说呢，就是给我的感受是比较万象的。然后今天这个 gallery 的那个气氛，包括他们的那个细微的一些色调、光源，都非常的细腻，非常开心。
是这个其实也营造了一种客厅的一个感觉。那我们赶紧趁这个时候，赶紧再跟一个宾客聊一聊。你好，
你好，我是许群。
你好，许群，你好。那么许群其实，在我们这个媒体界号称叫做这个汽车媒体界大佬。
那这个谈不上啊。
那你今天来有没有什么特别想问的问题？有没有一个特别想知道答案的问题？
其实也是关注 NextEV 未来汽车已经有1-2年的时间了哈，从它开始诞生 launch 这个品牌，直到它注重参加这个 Formula E 的比赛，直到夺冠啊，我们都非常的关注。而今天终于来到了伦敦，我也亲自，其实我也挺忙的，但是我还特别高兴的得到这个邀请，因为这次其实未来其实邀请了很多的年轻的编辑、年轻的媒体人，作为一个这个所谓的说资深也好哈，说这个传统媒体人也好，或者 我还很荣幸能够在这样一个万象更新的一个日子里一个活动里头，能够看一看到底未来汽车会给我们带来什么。
对你最想知道的一个答案是什么？比如说这个超跑是什么样的呀？还是什么？你抱着一个什么样的一个问题来想要得到答案的？
对，当然作为这个长期的从事这个产品和汽车文化的一个媒体人，还是特别想了解今天它给我们带来的一个产品，它的概念。我们知道它肯定是一款超级跑车，一款纯电动的超级跑车，而且它一定从这个 Formula E 的这个电动方程式上有很多技术上的吸取。但是还是很好奇，因为我也是很关注这个设计，看看 NextEV 能够给我们带来一个什么。而今天整个的活动也非常有趣，非常新颖。
是，没错
来到了
没错。
Saatchi 画廊。
我看我们工作人员已经赶紧催我们到下一个展厅了。来，
那
我们这个你刚才说的这个答案啊，绝对会在今天发布会上面揭布
我们再聊，好吗？
对，好，谢谢
拜拜
水群。好，那么我们赶紧到下一个展厅了。第二个展厅，我们来看看是什么样的啊？那其实第二个展厅，我们看看啊，第二个展厅是相当有艺术氛围的一个展厅，它在这个边上这个墙这里，我们来看啊。Can you come a little bit closer here? Okay. Now we get a better angle of these pictures. 那我们现在看到的这一些画呢，是原来就在这个Saatchi 博物馆当中陈列的，它是来自他拍的这个冰川，非常细致的。它有一些时候要等待这个光线，要等很久才能够得到一个最好的一个冰川。那么冰川我们也知道是肯定是一个全球变暖的一个最重要的一个标志。那环境和我们非常急切想要解决的雾霾的问题，这一些环境问题呢，就让我们要感觉到，我们一定要思考如何去解决。那我们马上去问问看 Nikki， 他给我们带来些什么 ？Nikki。
Now, the story of NextEV is really remarkable. The company was founded in 2014 by a group of individuals made up of internet entrepreneurs and automotive experts. And they started their journey by backing a team in the inaugural season of Formula E. And in that same year, they won the driver's title. But that was just the beginning. The company has an ambition to change the automotive industry and shape an exciting lifestyle for users.
The global automotive industry is on the cusp of change. Advances in engineering and technology are driving the evolution of the car industry at an incredible rate. The old way of doing business is over. Societal concerns around emissions, pollution, convenience and cost mean that transformation must happen. It is clear that the future is smart, connected, electric, autonomous vehicles. The technology integrated in these vehicles and their wider adoption will go a long way in lessening the impact that driving has on the environment. NextEV is a company that understands this and is focused on creating an entirely new way of designing, developing and owning a car. They are doing this by developing a user-centric ecosystem that will redefine how people interact with and use cars, which will in turn have a positive influence on the planet and help protect it for future generations.
NextEV was founded on a clear vision to create a next-generation car company. Its founder and chairman, William Lee, already has a strong track record. To date, he's co-founded and invested in over 40 companies within the digital and automotive industries. And this includes the company BitAuto, which was successfully listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Now, Lord Barker, former UK Minister of State for Energy and Climate Change, is here to find out more.
William, I'm really delighted to be joining you here today at the Saatchi Gallery for the launch of NextEV. You and I both share a passion for the environment. In my case, although now in the private sector, for 15 years that was in politics, all that time campaigning on green issues, and for 5 years as Minister for Climate Change. But you've taken it beyond just policy. What inspired you to take your passion in this direction?
我经常去这个中国的西藏地区，还有这个比较这种高原的地区去登山。那我自己也能看到全球的气候变暖给这个冰川带来的变化，这个雪线在不停的下移。 所以全球的气候变暖，它其实已经不是一个需要讨论的问题，它是一个事实。从2012年开始呢，确实中国的这个雾霾也变得越来越严重。在2014年的2月24号，我站在家里的这个阳台上，看离我们家500米的这样一个北京最高的大楼，我已经都看不到。我自己的第一个孩子，这个时候还有1个月就要出生了。我那天站在我的心情非常的灰暗，我告诉自己说，我们应该去做一些事情，去改变这个状态。所以我给自己写了一封信，这个信告诉我自己说，你应该尽快的行动。所以我不希望我自己的孩子生活在一个雾霾的环境中。这2件事情，我自己的切身的体会，是我行动的很重要的这个原动力。
That's great, but do you think it's realistic to think that we can expect the deployment and a fall in the cost of electric vehicles? Because if electric vehicles are going to make a difference, they have to be scalable and they have to be affordable.
当然还有很多的挑战，比如说充电的这个方便性等等这样的一些问题。但是我们看到电动汽车的这个电池这样的一些 cost 持续的下降，体验越来越好。所以现在是在很重要的这个时间点上边。我相信电动汽车的成本会逐步的降低，体验逐步的增强，这个已经在了一个电动汽车的一个市场的爆发的这么一个时间点。
You're starting with the launch of a supercar, which everyone's going to be very excited about. Is that supercar actually going to end up being a vehicle that can be driven by consumers around the world, be they drivers in Beijing or London or San Francisco? And are you confident that governments around the world will invest in the charging infrastructure that's going to be necessary for consumers to have the confidence to buy an electric car?
当然，这个 EP9 就是我们的超跑，只是我们这个技术的一个开始。我们会在明年在中国发布我们的量产车，我们全球的2000名同事正在全力以赴的去研发和生产我们的第一款量产车。当然，至于你说到的这个政府要不要支持这个电动汽车的这个基础设施，特别是充电桩这样的基础设施，当然这是政府应该去全力支持的。但是从另外一个角度来讲，我觉得企业也应该去全力以赴的去提供给电动汽车的用户一个非常好的使用体验。所以我们定了一个目标，就在中国，充电加电的体验必须比加油要好、要快、要方便。然后我们去建立了一套未来汽车自己的比较独特的一个基础设施。我们在这方面会进行非常多的投入，能够让用户在中国的1线城市、1、2线城市加电的体验比加油好。
So, William, this is clearly a very ambitious endeavour that you have begun. But tell me, how are you actually going to start this journey?
Let me tell you our story.
在这一段短片当中，我们看到了蔚来揭示了全新的英文品牌名 NEO， 它的意思是全新的一天 ，a whole new day，a new day。那么接下来我在的这个第3展厅，我们的蔚来汽车的总裁秦力红以及高级设计总监 Johan 将为我们进一步阐释一下 NEO 的含义，以及揭示全新的 logo。我们拭目以待。接下来还是把时间交给 Nikki，Nikki take it from here。
Joining me here are Li-Hong Chin, co-founder and president, and Jochen Passen, design director for NextEV. Thank you both for coming. Now, Li-Hong, you have a very exciting new announcement to make. Tell us, what is it?
Yes, since we have been founded 2 years ago, we have always spoken about being more than a car company. So we are thrilled today to announce that we are launching our user brand NEO. NEO is a statement to bring a brighter future. It's similar to another word, new. It means we are going to bring a new day to the world.
Wow, what a very exciting announcement. And with a new brand, of course, comes a new logo. Jochen, tell us about it.
Yes, and I'm very excited to be able to present today a short film that shows what we've been working on.
Great, let's take a look. Incredible meaning behind it. And you can see all the different textures that you've used there for the logo. What does that mean?
NEO really embodies our brand and reflects blue sky coming. So the logo is divided into two halves, where the top half represents the sky, openness, the vision, and the future. As we go below that horizon line, it represents the earth, it represents direction, openness, and a forward movement towards that exciting new future that it holds. The logo really needs to be used in several areas, in several ways. We have designers who are working on applications, products, all sorts of different exciting things. And what's really important is that the logo works throughout the different ways of using it. So it's important for us to be able to use a logo in a three-dimensional way on a vehicle, for example, or graphically on different types of materials, in different setups, in different sizes. Or it might be needed to be used on small applications, digital applications. And so what's very important for us is that the logo, as we've designed it, works in all of those cases. So the logo really represents something very strong for us. And it's all about creating a strong message, a message with a meaning, and something that people will remember from the first go.
Love it. I mean, you can see just by looking at it what you now mean. But Leon, what do you mean by blue sky coming? What does that mean?
Blue sky coming is our brand statement. I believe it's pretty much self-explanatory.
Yeah.
We believe if more and more people start to use electric vehicle, it will help the world become cleaner, so the blue sky will come back to the world.
Love it. But what are you going to do? How are you actually going to achieve it?
To provide the best products, to provide the best service, so that people will naturally choose electric vehicle. So if more people do that, it will be easier to get our vision to be realized.
So what does the future then really hold for NEO?
We will always put the users at the very heart of the whole course, always pursue to provide them the best products and services. and always think about how are we going to reward them if they choose electric vehicle.
Fantastic. Well, the future with NIO sounds very exciting. Thank you to both of you.
现在看到的是第4个展厅当中，镜头当中出现的这一辆赛车是蔚来汽车 NIO F1 的赛车。在这一辆赛车里面，小皮盖 Nelson Piquet Jr. 获得了他的年度总冠军，非常非常令人欣喜的战绩。那么在第4个展厅当中呢，陈列了其实是一些蔚来在近2年，他从2年前成立到现在，在2年当中取得的一系列的成果。除了 F1 的优秀的这个成绩之外呢，还有很多很多值得说的地方。其实啊，他在全球10几个地方都已经设立了办公室和研发中心，包括一些制造的一些设计的地方，一共是招募了现在一共有2000多名的员工，可以说是一个非常庞大以及国际化的团队。我们来看看在这个展厅当中的一些陈列哈。当然了，这个蔚来汽车 NIO 的 Formula E F1 的车队有2名车手，一个是 Nelson Piquet Jr. 刚才我说到的这个拿了年度总冠军的这个之外呢，还有 Oliver Trevor， 他是奥利弗特维，他的这个陈列的就是他曾经穿过的一套赛车服了，相当的漂亮，再加上他有这个蔚来蓝。那我们再来看看这边。这一顶头盔也是F1 车队当中也是奥利弗 Oliver 戴的这个碳纤维的头盔以及头颈的支撑的系统。我们来让摄影师看一下 ，Can you take a shot at this? Yes。我们看到这上面。当然后面我们的涂装有一些改动了，但这个是最开始的时候 Oliver 在戴的这个头盔。那我们看到这个方向盘是这样子的，这个方向盘其实跟正常的内燃机的这个Formula One 的 F1 的这个方向盘是比较类似的，当然上面还有一些特别适用于电动车的装置啦。它这个其实这一款跟在第1赛季当中运用的已经有很大的调整了，让赛车手的这个手的抓握性能够更加的好，能够与赛车更有浑然一体的感觉。那我要强调的这个着重讲的是这个东西，我们来看看 ，Can you take a look at this brake here？ 那这个呢是超跑上面搭载的。同样呢，也有量产车当中，将会出现的最强大的，目前你能看到过最强大的碳陶瓷复合刹车盘以及它的刹车总成。它这种非常非常高精密的整个制作的工艺，在全世界只有1家厂商能够生产，而这个刹车系统在超跑以及量产车上都会搭载。非常的漂亮，整个工艺相当的精致。刚才我想那个摄影师给你的镜头应该也看到了。好，那么很多人都除了关注车的外观以外，内饰也很重要，而且内饰其实可以说是一个品质感的最佳的体现。我们来看看在超跑当中的内饰的一些材料。这里是超跑的一些内饰，它有一些材料和一些面料。最初的6辆。蔚来的超跑是根据首批的车主他们自己去定制，包括颜色啊、材质都是他们自己定制的。不管是里面的这些内饰啊，还有外观的颜色，都是这些最初的一批车主在收到这个邀请之后，自己去挑选，自己去整个去搭配的。不知道我们最初的这些车主都有些谁啊？这些大佬们不知道给自己挑的是什么样的内饰。如果你关注蔚来汽车的话，也可以去关注一下微信的公众号，上面搞不好哪天就会有一些这个大佬们晒自己的第1辆蔚来的超跑，我们就能知道他们挑的什么样的颜色。我们可以看看他们到底有没有品啊。这个也是我看到有些音箱的一些设计，材质非常非常的精细。好，那我想带大家着重讲一下这个头盔。那其实以前蔚来汽车的英国的中心的头是 Martin Leach 博士。那么非常遗憾，他也是在给我们带来了非常非常多优秀的设计的理念和他的优良的领导能力之后，也是在大约1个月前很不幸的离开了我们。但是我们 给他制作的这样的一个头盔来纪念他的贡献。这个上面有英国的雄狮，还有包括中国的巨龙。我们也希望用这样的一个相依相济的设计，来表达我们对 Martin Leach 博士的一个深深的思念。好，那么我们马上就把第4个展厅的其余的部分交给 Nikki。
NextEV's a global company, and they've brought together the best talent from around the world in automotive, engineering, technology, design, and IT industries. So join me now as we embark on a journey to meet this incredible team and see how they're turning NextEV's vision into a reality.
NextEV understands that global challenges require global solutions, and that building a world-class brand like NIO requires world-class talent.
As a member of product planning, we do not only think about today's product, but also look into the future of human needs. So we think about intelligence, hyper-intelligence, artificial intelligence.
Silicon Valley leads the world in pioneering technology.
We're about 60% software and 40% automotive, and it's really that cross-pollination that's really critical for innovation.
So this is really where we can make that jump and create a much more substantial change.
We're not building a car, we're building a robot that looks like a car.
NextEV's team in Munich brings together the best of international engineering and design talent.
I love cars, but I love graphic design, I love fashion design, I love product design. So coming to NIO has allowed me to bring all those experiences into one place.
All of a sudden, you move away from classical automotive design to actually a holistic approach, which brings all the different fields together in one product, which is super exciting.
If Munich is the driving force behind NextEV's design, it is in the UK that the brand has showcased its ambition when it comes to performance.
The UK is the homeland of motor racing. It's probably the most important country in Europe that has been racing for many, many decades. So you have access to the latest technologies and you have access to talents. And the more knowledge you have, the more knowledge you gain, you can filter from a racetrack into a road car.
I don't want to be part of just a product anymore. I want to be part of a big global movement. Making the world a better place is something every designer should aim for.
的片子当中，我们看到了未来的4个地方，包括在上海、圣何塞、慕尼黑以及伦敦的4个地方，都有汇聚全球的各种非常年轻的一些人才。那么接下来我们把时间交给 Nikki 将会采访我们的2位未来的高管，我们来听听他们怎么说。那 Nikki 现在正在说的其实就是现在正在说话的是蔚来汽车的全球首席技术官 CTO， 他同时也是北美的CEO， 北美总部的 CEO。那么 Padma Sri Warrior。
In technology, in the automotive industry, in design, in every aspect of the business from around the world into centers of excellence. Around you, you will see
Padma 在说，他说在你的周围，其实你可以看到，我们在全球当中的一些人才。在伦敦其实是一个超跑的最高性能的研发的中心。在硅谷，同时也是 Padma 在工作的地方，有来自一些主要科技公司，包括像谷歌，像 Facebook，像 Dropbox， 还有苹果这样的一些大科技公司，来的人才也都加入了未来的整个团队。那么在最近，蔚来汽车也获得了加州的颁发的无人驾驶的路测的牌照。
And we are definitely
其实被颁发绿色牌照的整个团队，也是在一个非常非常短的名单当中啊。其他包括像谷歌，像苹果这样的一些公司，也是同样在这个被颁发了无人驾驶牌照的之列。
In purchasing a car, in owning a car, and in servicing the car, we want to really bring a positive change and make mobility and vehicle ownership.
其实Panama 在说，其实他想要带来的是一种不仅仅是解决出行问题，而且是拥有一辆汽车所能够带来的改变。那Panama 现在在介绍的 Jack 郑显聪。郑显聪是蔚来汽车的联合创始人和执行副总裁。那 Jack 说，其实20年前他曾经来到过伦敦。在这个今天的来宾当中，能够看到很多熟悉的面孔。在过去的2年当中，非常非常的令人激动。主要是因为我在蔚来汽车的团队当中，在过去的2年中，我们把一切未知都转化成了一个全新的平台。我们跟我们的合作伙伴和我们的团队一起，我们达到了前所未有的一个成果。同时，我们也达到了Formula E 的赛车的一些成绩。当然了，我们这个超跑当中也吸取了很多我们在Formula E 的比赛当中的一些经验和一些知识。这辆超跑会是一个最好的证据，来证明这个是未来的趋势。其中有2个要点。首先，当William 李斌在邀请我去做这个工作的时候，我就说，这个产品将会在中国进行生产。那正如像 Padma 所说的，这不仅仅是一辆车，它是极致用户体验以及极致性能的一个综合体。那么，同时这个汽车的心脏，也就是它的电机，在南京的工厂也已经在生产线上下线了。所以这一些最新的成果都是把蔚来汽车的下一步的这个脚步走得非常的坚实。
New electric supercar. So would you like to make your way out of this gallery and to the next one on your left? Thank you.
那随着Nikki 主持人带领所有的来宾离开第4个展厅之后呢，第5个展厅真的是我们万众期待绝对高潮，因为在第5个展厅当中会有超跑蔚来汽车的超跑的揭幕。那刚才在Jack 和 Padma 的整个讲述当中，我们看到了蔚来汽车在过去的2年当中取得了很多成绩，包括像 Formula E， 包括它的一个坚实的脚印，包括它的电机在南京的工厂已经下线了，跟江淮合作的工厂也已经落成了，所以一切都在计划当中内，一切都是在稳步前进当中。那么我们非常非常期待的超跑将会是什么样子的呢？很多人可能已经看到了谍照，一点点的车灯，一点点的尾灯，一点点的侧影，但是在今天的直播当中，我们会看到它的真容。给大家透露一点啊，在我最开始看到这一辆超跑的时候，我觉得整个人特别的 emotional， 很情绪化的，真的有一种想哭的感觉。而且呢，这辆超跑在很多的地方，在很多的赛道上面的成绩也是非常非常令我们骄傲。它是一辆集高性能以及 和聪明科技，非常聪明的一辆车。而 Padma 也在刚才的整个 presentation 当中说过，未来无人驾驶的这个技术，他们一定就是在研发，在这个超跑上面运用，以及未来的量产车。好的，那么我们看我们的宾客已经准备要进入第5个展厅了，来，我们也赶紧去看看。第5个展厅真的超期待。那这一栋门就是通向我们最后一个展厅，第5个展厅的门了。我们看宾客已经差不多要入场完毕了，在这个展厅当中，你们将会看到让你们屏住呼吸、心跳加速的超跑。那么我就不多说了，我得赶紧进去看看。你们也千万别眨眼啊！拜拜。
It's the shared vision of all these international offices that make the company so special. Now, just 18 months ago, William Li announced that he not only wanted to create the electric vehicle of the future, but that he wanted to build a supercar and present it to the world by the end of 2016. Now, evidently, NextEV isn't a company that stands still, as today that dream is a reality. And in just a moment, you are going to be the very first people in the world to see William Li unveiling their greatest achievement to date. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back founder and chairman William Li.
This car is born to push limits, both in terms of technology and our team. It is created in a true global collaboration in record time, and it is proof of our capability. This is history in the making. Ladies and gentlemen, let me invite Nielsen and Oliver together to give you the NIO EP9. Please.
Wow, what a fantastic looking car. And I'm very pleased to say that we're honoured now to be joined by David Hilton, Senior Design Director for NextEV. David, congratulations.
Thank you,
what a huge
thank you.
achievement. I mean, this must have been a real labour of love for you.
Oh, absolutely. It's arguably been the best project I've ever worked on, and a real tribute to the team involved. It's amazing.
And it's been a really quick turnaround. I mean, 18 months, how have you done it?
It's been ridiculously quick. It's been a global effort, it's been a team effort, and luckily we've had some amazing people come together at the same time to pull something impossible off.
Now, there must have been some highs and lows of this project. What were the real challenges?
The hardest challenge in doing a project like this is we're starting from scratch. We're designing an all-new DNA, a style and identity, not just for a supercar alone, but across the brands and the other vehicles. This vehicle will have to sit next to future products that we're working on now. So we're setting the pace for NIO for the future, not just a singular supercar.
So David, is the NIO EP9 a culmination of that vision that was set out 18 months ago?
Absolutely it is. It's a global effort from our manufacturing teams, design teams, technology teams around the world, Shanghai, San Jose, Munich, UK Motorsport. It is a complete team effort.
Wow, well done, David, and I can't wait to take it for a test drive. Now, it's clear there is an incredible amount of passion and effort which has been put into the creation of this car. And now we've got another exclusive screening for you all, a stunning film which highlights all the amazing capabilities of this car.
I'm Nick Perrin and I'm race engineer at NextEV. When I met with Martin Leach at the beginning of the project, he explained how he wanted that car to become the fastest electric car on Earth and still look like a really beautiful road car.
That combination has never existed before.
On paper, a lunatic project. Really short time, completely to the edge of the envelope of what was possible.
The circuit is unique, very fast-flowing corners, kind of the ideal venue to test any car.
You know, me and Oliver, we're going to try to break all the records that we can, driving as quick as we can.
You want it to be beautiful, but you need it to perform. So the target numbers we went for are all in this car. They're all there.
This is my first experience of the EP9. The response of the electric motors is phenomenal. Works the active suspension, keeping a constant ride height, and gives you a very good balance throughout the corner and real confidence in the car.
But it's a car that has a massive amount of downforce. Pretty amazing.
I think what the team wanted to see is how far we could go. We are pushing the boundary even further. It's interesting to see that the vision was right.
Wow. Now, a supercar of this caliber could only have been created out of a strong racing pedigree, and that's exactly what NIO have. With me now, Chief Race Engineer Jerry Hughes and NextEV NIO Formula E team and NIO ambassadors Oliver Turvey and Nelson Piquet Jr. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Nelson, I've got to ask you first, because you've actually driven this car. What does it feel like? Tell us.
Well, the one thing every driver likes is a fast car. And having a supercar that goes 0 to 100 in 2.7 seconds is like...
That's crazy.
It's crazy for all of us. We love it. And not only that, I mean, the car has a huge amount of downforce, a huge amount of power braking. So, I mean, it has everything for us to have a lot of fun.
Wow, you are one very lucky man. Oliver, being part of Formula E, you know, what kind of impact and influence has that had on the car? And how can you compare driving a Formula E car to driving this one?
Yeah, I think the design of the Neo EP9 has really come from a racing pedigree and from the lessons we've learned racing in Formula E on the streets of the cities around the world. And you know, the handling of the car is very neutral, gives you a lot of confidence, and it's a great car to drive.
Now, do you think the success of the Formula E NextEV Neo, Tim, will really help encourage other people to drive electric vehicles?
Absolutely. I think electric cars have got a big future. You know, I think it really promotes having these cars in the cities to reduce emissions. And I'm confident that the success of our team will help promote electric cars as the future of transportation.
Now, Jerry, as the chief race engineer, you are really responsible for all the success of the Formula E team, aren't you?
That's correct, Nikki. My main role is to optimise performance of the cars in all areas to enhance and maintain performance on track for both Nelson and Oliver.
And what do you think of this, the Neo EP9?
What a stunning looking car.
It really is.
What's been particularly interesting about the design and development of this vehicle is that we've been able to utilise all of the information, all of the experience gained on track to design and develop the car.
Now, racing heritage is very important to the Neo brand, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I think what's particularly interesting about the Neo brand is that they've been able to combine the state-of-the-art internet software with the latest technologies, then also with all the experience on track to design a vehicle of this nature.
Now, Jerry, NextEV, they're not the first company to go from a race car to a road car, are they?
Well, what's interesting about NextEV is that their core foundations are based on electric vehicles, and there are great synergies between the Formula E team and the supercar.
Well, thank you all for joining us today. Now, to prove these performance targets, the team set the greatest test of man and machine. Let's take a look.
All good, all good. Time 3 minutes 34 on target. Record. Well done, Peter.
Now, I mean, William, by unveiling this insane supercar, the Neo EP9, you've really shown the world what can be achieved, haven't you?
Yes, we have. We are incredibly proud of what we have achieved so far. And of course, the record at Nürburgring. But it's just the beginning. The future of Neo starts today.
So what can we expect next?
The car is the result of 18 months hard work. We learned lots of lessons. Now, our development continues as we deliver this technology onto the road in the form of affordable electric vehicle for the masses.
Now, importantly, which markets is it going to be available in and when?
We plan to launch our first production car in China next year. After China, we will look to roll out the vehicles in other markets.
Well, William, thank you so much for sharing it with us today.
Thank you.
And you've also been chosen to test autonomous vehicles in California.
Yes, it's something else we are really excited to be involved in.
Well, it's been great, William, that you've been able to share all of this with us today.
Ours is a journey that's meant to be shared. Our whole enterprise model is built on the involvement, inspiration, and ideas of every user. I invite you all to become part of the Neo family and help us create a bright tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you.
William, thank you. Thank you all for joining us on an incredible journey into the future of Neo.